1 second, setting it up. Let's see if everything is working. Perfect, it's working. Study with me. How do I add a description? Coding study with me, programming, Node.js, AI. No, like not LLM. RAG. Chat room. Perfect. And Twitch. Okay, language. Also change it to English. To working. Am I streaming? Yes. Okay, this is working fine here. Perfect. So let's start. Hello, hello. And then where's Chrome? I'll just make a copy of this. Here, be to the left. GitHub, and let's keep working on the same. Haven't pushed. This one I can undo. So what do we have? We have this. We have this issues. Let's go with this one. See. Do I check the YouTube chat though? No. Can you hear me? Yeah, I think it works. There's a bit of a delay on YouTube. For trim, excessive white space splitter. No, what we wanted to do is actually wanted to implement this ourselves. So we want to implement a sliding window algorithm. Let's see, from what I remember, we have an overlap. Maybe I'll just write it here. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Let's see. We have a let's see. So we're gonna do a sliding window algorithm. If I remember correctly, first I have an overlap, and I think overlap is, now let's start with the window size. Const window size, which is like the number of characters basically that we want to let pass or to be on every chunk. Maybe sliding window algorithm for chunking. Oops, 1 second. Hola Sina, espérate, te paso al este. Estamos en stream. Hello. ¿Quién? Ah, ya va a llegar, sí. It's coming. So, we're gonna implement a sliding window algorithm for chunking. First, we have the window size, which is basically how many characters we wanna have in every chunk. And we let's say, yeah, that's part of the config here, the chunk size. We can now make here chunk size and chunk overlap. It is how many chunks do we let to overlap itself? Like for example, in the overlap, if we have this text, my name is Chris Coates, and then leave an overlap of 5, then I have this 2 chunks. Then the next chunk would be Coates, who loves coding. So let's say that the basic text was, my name is Chris Coates, who loves coding. Then this little chunk would come back here, and this is in order to have context of the last chunk. So let's put, I know which size would be good, but like we don't care. Like we set the chunk size, which said the overlap. The way that we get the overlap, let me think. I don't want to Google it. I want to try to remember. We have the text size as well. Text size. So we are trying to get the first characters of the text in the that are the window size. So we're trying to get, let's say the windows, this is the chunk size is 5. Let's do without overlap first to have a look into it. And text size is 10. Then we would have two chunks of size 5 and size 5. Two chunks of size 5. So you have to go through the text, get the first from the first value of the text until window size plus plus window size. That's the one, and we save it. Then the next one is the where we ended minus the overlap plus window size plus overlap. That's a good question. If is window size part of the overlap? Let me see. I don't know, I'll have to Google. They don't want to do it, but window sliding window chunking. Have it here. I remember reading one very good text about it. This one? Nope. I think it was Medium or something like that. Click size. Maybe I have to write algorithm. Look. It's maybe it's this one actually. Or did I just look this up? No, I don't want to get, I want to just get the information. Let me look. Window. Sliding window chunking. That was yesterday. Did I get from here? Because they don't use, right. I don't want to look at the code. I look at the algorithm. I have some cards here written on how it's worked. Let me open my Anki. Sorry. Sliding window. Let's check out the cards. Start chunk, start plus window, save chunk. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they use move by stride. They use stride. I use overlap. Stride is how much we move, while overlap is, I guess, window plus overlap, or start plus overlap, or last place per overlap. Let's just implement it like that, and then let's check if it works actually. So I'm doing so many things. So we have the text here. We're not gonna use any dependency, so I'm just gonna undo this. I was going to use LangChain, but actually I thought it was better to just like do it by hand. So yeah, we have the chunk size and chunk overlap from the config. And now we how do we do it? Do I write a for loop or a while loop? I could divide the text in window sizes to find the length, to find how many iterations we have to do. So let's do it like that maybe. So we do const let's go for it. Just many ideas come, but let's just for this one chunks. equals chunks equals where's the text divided by text punto length divided by chunk size. But then we also have to account into overlap, because overlap happens every time. Do we just add overlap? I don't think so. I think it's a bad idea. Let's just do it without overlap, and then we think about the overlap afterwards, to be honest. Don't want to Google it to just learn it. So, chunk, oh, this name is different, but not chunks, but chunk length. And then we have to do that probably math.floor. Divided correctly. Maybe not even map dot, not floor, but ceiling, because we have the rest. So we have the chunk length. And then we do for loop here, index chunks length. Can we split automatically? Let's just go for it. Just do this. So we start index. Te estoy distrayendo. Perdóname. Bueno, dale. Nos vemos más tardecito. Chao. Test. Yeah, should work. Let's keep going. First chunk. Yeah. So we can have like const chunks. I mean, I don't even know if what we're doing is right, but let's just try it. Chunks onto length, while the length is chunk length. Do we need to keep the fuck? Okay. So we have stride. Const stride is const stride and is how much we move the thing, and overlap is calculated as, let us window size minus stride. And if we do the same logic, then stride is calculated with window size minus overlap. So if we have a stride, we do, no, but this cannot be right? Because like, yeah, we advance it by the stride. So since we advance it by the stride, it's gonna be less, and then we'll have the overlap there. Okay, perfect. So we do uh, we do const initial pause. We'll just do like 0, which is a start. Maybe we'll start. Then we extract the text, which I have to Google up because I don't remember. Extract text, JavaScript substring, text substring, and run L, which is the 1, the 2, the 3. So it's beginning and then the last -1, because we're not including the 0, 1, 2, 3. We're not including the O that would be the index 4. So it's that without the last index. Okay, so that's fine. Let's do, we do chunk, const chunk is equal the text dot substring. I don't think substring is mutative, right? It doesn't change. Return substring, yeah. Substring, and then we do from start, which includes, doesn't include start right now. It includes start, but it doesn't include the end. So we should do, if we were to do, if window were 1 would include it would be 0. Let's see if I do this 1 1. Return anything? No. So I have to do the window, what is it? I have it as chunk size -1, not +1, sorry. Then we have chunks dot push, and then we push this. We push the Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. We push the chunk to the chunks array, and then we set start equals to stride, which we could calculate here. Const stride equals start. What was it? Window side minus overlap, which would be chunk size. This chunk overlap, which would be equals start plus stride, which we move the window by the stride, and then we let that. We move the window by the stride, and then I think that's it basically. The only thing to check is if this really stops. Then we return splitter split text. We just return chunks. So let's try this. So the log we do, let's have a text here, const text equals I am Chris codes and I love to code. Which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and let's have a heart. Oh yeah, but this works. Whatever. 1, 2. This is 4, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll just have it like this, and then do console log chunk text. We pass the text, and we pass the config, which maybe we said here, const config equals chunk size of 10. Sorry, chunk size of 10 and chunk overlap. Let's try with 0 first to check that it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, let's do by 5 so it's easier for me to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this would be the first chunk. Let's see if it works. How do I run a node? I forgot. Node run file. Yeah, just this. So node and source dot utils dot chunking dot ts. I am C Chris. I did something wrong. Let's see. Okay, at least the first chunk it got it right, and the second chunk is completely fucked up. Why? Because then we do stride is correct. We actually don't need to put the stride here. We can put the stride here. You don't need to calculate every time because it stays the same. Chunk size we said it was 5, so we don't have to minus overlap. Nothing has to be 5. Chunk, and then yeah, of course. Oh, I'll be right back. Something arrived.